bad.
Yeah, well, like I said, tomorrow I'm completely free. After that, I'm booked up for the rest of the week. I'm going to San Diego this weekend. So.
Okay, we'll try doing something. Oh, you're doing a TNC?
What's that?
Are you doing traffic and conversion?
No. Did you see the post about the focus band thing I did in Florida a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. What was the focus band?
It's it's primarily for golfers.
Oh, okay, that's right.
But it does some really cool shit, and we're working on ways to use it therapeutically.
Oh, the focus band. Is it the TDCS, the transcranial direct stimulation?
It's not stimulation. Oh, it's reading.
Okay.
It tells you whether you're left brain or right brain. So what we're teaching people how to do is anchor the right brain state. So when they're focused, they get into it. We're teaching them how to anchor it. But we're developing new ways to use it therapeutically. And the guy who's the U.S. distributor here is one of the developers of Unix.
Oh, super big nerd.
Yeah. Well, actually, he's not as nerdy as you think he is. The guy's been retired for 24 years now.
Oh
wow. Yeah. Once he sold
Unix, he developed. Oh, I thought you said Linux. Oh no, if you develop Unix, you're a little more nerd than Linux.
Yeah. He's they developed that stuff back in the 70s and 80s, and he walked away from everything, and he's been a serial entrepreneur since then. But he loves being on cutting edge of things, and he liked me, and he wants me to be involved in this project. So
good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna see how this flies. Hopefully, I don't become a Chinese dub movie.
Let's see what happens.
Aloha, it's Antonio with HypnosisProductReviews.com. Today, I'm interviewing my buddy and mischievous all-around guy, Steve Rame from Nashville Hypnosis. How are you doing, Steve?
I'm great.
You know you're mischievous. You know, I can almost imagine that you'd have. Remember at Long Beach, and you had you hypnotized me, and then you had everybody coming up and showing me the word sleep on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Coming
up behind you, whispering it in your ear, and we were doing all kinds of things to you.
After a while, I was a little nervous. I was like, I'm gonna watch out for this guy.
Probably a good idea.
And while he is mischievous, he does have a good intent. Pretty much all the time. I don't know if you've been following with my post. Remember HypnoThoughts last year? I was a smoker, and you just kept on giving me gruff. You're knocking the cigarette out of my mouth. I checked my phone app. Actually, I'm gonna check it right now. The last time I smoked was 5.5 months ago.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so thank you for giving me attitude for that. You can, Rory, everybody.
We got to take care of our friends, man. You know.
Oh, definitely. But the only thing is, I got to get back into jogging because the food intake.
You should have let me hypnotize you while we were in Vegas, and you wouldn't be eating that stuff either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the slight trade-off of gaining a little bit of weight and then getting into jogging is a little bit better than my lungs shriveling up.
I would agree. Yeah.
So
we can lose the weight.
Yeah. So let's get to the meat of the podcast. I'm gonna actually pop into here right now, and I just want to get my gorgeous face on here with this nice shiny hair. So me and Steve were talking a little while ago about HypnoThoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And HypnoThoughts is going to be coming up this August. Steve, what's your impression of HypnoThoughts been?
I've enjoyed the conference. I really like it. It's kind of a non-denominational conference. That's
the best way to put it.
Yeah, so we're getting folks in from the NGH and the ICT and the AHA and all the other acronyms for all those other groups that are out there. I'm sure I'm forgetting some, and I apologize if I forgot yours.
A to Z.
But yeah, I mean, it's great to have a mixture of people come in because I've been to the conferences before where it's we focus on this and this only, and we don't talk about that other stuff. And you're not going to learn that other stuff. And it's kind of sad that other organizations and other conferences are not really incorporating every aspect of this into it. There are certain aspects that, I don't particularly care for within the hypnosis industry. I'm not going to get into what those are. but I still appreciate that they're there and they can teach us something. And anybody who's really interested in learning hypnosis really should be at HypnoThoughts, I think, because there's so many you can learn different perspectives there, and you can't get that going to other conferences.
Oh yeah, a ton of different perspectives.
Yeah.
You know, that's funny. Sorry for interrupting. The two people that I really love to catch up with at HypnoThoughts are you and Martin Peterson. But
yeah,
both really mischievous guys.
That's why we're good friends.
Did you ever see the video of him hypnotizing me from? I think it's right when you bought that motorcycle. You bought that motorcycle.
Yeah.
I think during the conference 2 years ago.
I bought it about a month before, but yeah, I had it during the conference, and I was pretty excited about it. So
I remember Martin and I were talking right before our interview. I don't know if you've seen it. Actually, what I'll do, folks, somewhere right here, I'll just have a little video of him doing
when you guys were in the hotel room.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah,
that was, and I knew it was. He knew it was coming up. I knew it was coming up, and he had a sweet way with me.
Yeah.
Now, I have some experience with what you're going to be teaching with mind-bending language. Can you give my audience a overview of what you're going to be doing? And mention your websites.
What's that?
And mention your websites, because I forgot to.
You can get an idea of it at getmindbent.com. GETMINDBENT.com. Getmindbent, because somebody already owned getbent.com.
Yeah, we were laughing about that.
Because I really wanted that one. But no, what we're going to be teaching, or what I'm going to be teaching for the 3 days, is a conversational way of helping people make really incredible changes. I had a guy in here just a few minutes ago. I'm sitting in my office right now. A guy came up from Chattanooga, drove up a couple hours to work through an issue. And he's a friend of mine. We recorded it. It took about 10 minutes for us to work through the entire issue using mind-bending language. And people think that the mind-bending language is all confusional language, and it isn't necessarily, but it can be. It depends on your intention behind it and how you're using it. And the thing is, once you get really good at using mind-bending language, it doesn't seem like something that is completely out of context in the conversation. It doesn't seem like it's something contrived. But in the beginning, learning how to use it, people kind of stumble across things. It seems really awkward to them. And what I want to help them do over the 3 days is work through that awkwardness to get to a point where it's elegant. And it fits into the conversation without seeming like they're trying to do something to somebody.
Okay. Question: when you say the awkwardness of it, are you talking about how some people have a natural a propensity, whatever the word is, for taking like Ericksonian language and just trying to make it as weird as possible? Yeah.
And it seems out of place. It seems, it just seems awkward in the conversation, right? And people do that with Erickson stuff all the time. You hear it with embedded commands. Nothing drives me crazier than somebody going, "Now, as you listen to me," and really pay attention.
Like Ross Jeffries, I don't think you're below me.
Yeah, that bullshit.
That creepy stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that. I saw a marketing video with a guy one time who was using these awful embedded commands. And the way he was doing it I felt like I needed to take a shower afterward because it felt wrong. What I want to help people do, the embedded commands are important, but it's creating enough of a shift in the way people are thinking that it causes a little bit of confusion, but it takes them into what you're familiar with John Overdurf. This is John's term. It's the trance of infinite possibilities, where we get caught in this structure of a problem, and we stay within this structure of a problem. So what we're doing with the language is twisting the structure up enough so that it can't be the same. It's almost like, since it's snowing outside, I'll use this. Think about a snow globe. If you have a snow globe that's at rest, all the pieces are exactly where they're going to be, right? If you pick it up and shake it a little bit, those pieces will never go back the same way. So with the mind-bending language, we're shaking things up enough so that when they come back down, it isn't quite the same. It can change the way they're thinking about it, their perspectives on it, the context of the problem. There's a lot of different ways of approaching it.
No, I guess how I see it, I've heard about the whole thing about the infinite possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Is the idea of it of the system changing similar to like a systems theory or family therapy within a family setting?
Yeah.
Or no, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, is it similar? Let's say you've got a family of a mom, 2 kids, and then mom's like, "Hey, gonna have a baby." Is it that where it just shifts everything around?
In a way, yeah. The whole point is to shake up the old belief systems, because all a belief system is a bunch of BS anyway. It's something that we hold on to, we attach to, and we assume it's reality, and that's the way we operate, is based on that assumption within that context. So by changing the language up enough, because language really it dictates our reality. It's a mirror of our reality as well. You know, you listen to the words that people say, and you can hear so much more about them than they know about themselves. And by shifting that language and changing it around enough that they can't grasp the original meaning that they had attached to it, then they have to start reaching for something else. And of course, we know that all of our resources are within our unconscious minds. And that's really what we're doing, is we're allowing those resources to enter into the problem and shake it up enough that something new may land in that place.
So it's almost like, and maybe I might be off base on this. It's almost, let's say if you're in a panic, you're in a pool, or you're in some kind of body of water, you feel like you're going to drown, you're trying to grab for anything possible.
Right. Kind of that.
Similar to that.
Yeah. It creates enough of a shift that's what your unconscious mind is doing. It's looking for different things to plug in there. Now, when they come back, let's say basically we start here with a problem. We use some mind-bending language, twist them up a little bit. We send them up here in the trance of infinite possibilities. They come back down, and we test them a little bit to see what landed in there and what plugged itself into that place. It may not be the ultimate result we're looking for, but that's just another step in the process. So we apply some more mind-bending language, send them back up into the tip, is what we call it, the trance of infinite possibilities. And, again, we can roll through that several different times until we get to the desired result.
Interesting. And it's all done conversation. It's not done in a way.
All done conversationally. And
that's not done in a way where you just feel like you said, I feel dirty, I need to go take a shower.
Yeah, well, of course, and everything starts with the intention. And, that's what we teach in the trainings that I teach. And this all comes from Igor, at least the name of it anyway, is H+. I've been using H+ for over 12 years now, but I just didn't have a label for it. Because really all that is doing the work with good intention. And if you have a good intention, it's not going to seem dirty. What I was talking about a minute ago, the guy was trying to sell something, and the way he was doing it was very contrived. It was very manipulative, and it was very poorly done. That's the whole other thing. But what we're doing now is we're using good intention to drive towards the answer that we want to get them to. We're helping them work through a problem and shaking it up enough just so that they can't access the problem the way it was. Because if you work with somebody and you do a session with somebody and they have to come back a week later, they're not working on the same problem anymore.
True.
You've already changed it up enough. But we're doing this in a matter of minutes. The guy who came up here a little while ago, I can talk about this because we're actually going to publish the video that we shot. But he's dealing with some experiences where he wants to make a lot of money, but he doesn't have the motivation to do so. And something is keeping him from taking action. So just through less than a 10-minute conversation, I was able to reframe everything for him and get him pointed in the right direction. Now, in a couple of days, we're going to do exactly the same thing here with him. I'm going to be getting on Hangouts with him. We're going to talk. We're going to do a follow-up and record the video for that as well. so people could actually experience or actually know what he experienced. Again.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, we're kind of running up short on time.
Might even answer you.
And what was that?
I said you can ask me anything you want. I might even answer you.
You might answer me. So the video you're recording, are you going to be selling, or are you going to be using it for training purposes?
Well, it's part of a funnel. It's
okay.
It's gonna be a little giveaway. So we'll have that up here pretty soon. I can't tell you what the URL is going to be for that yet because we haven't decided. But it's going to be a little giveaway, so people can go in and watch it. You've seen videos that I did with the video I did with Karsten in Amsterdam a couple of years ago. Yeah, the non-awareness set video. There's some mind-bending language in that as well.
I think I did notice it.
But the thing is, it's once you get really good at this, it's subtle. It doesn't seem overt. I was teaching this to some folks a couple of years ago, and one of the women in there works at the Houston Sheriff Department, and she raised her hand, and we've been going through all this crazy big mind-bending language. I'm really twisting them up, and she said, she raised her hand and said, "What can I help you with?" She said, "This is bullshit." It's like, what do you mean? She said, "If I go talk to somebody like this, they're going to walk out on me." But what she didn't understand, and what people are going to have to understand who are coming into this workshop, is that I'm going to stretch you. And it's going to seem awkward. It's going to seem strange. Your mind is really, that's why it's called Get Mind Bent, because your mind is going to be twisted for 3 days. But by the time the 3 days is up, you're going to have a much better understanding of it. And the way I look at it, it's kind of like blowing up a balloon. Once you blow up the balloon, and you let the air out, it's much easier to blow it back up the second time, right? So we have to stretch people. And that's what I'm going to be doing for 3 days. Because I'll be using mind-bending language to teach mind-bending language.
So it's almost like you're using almost ridiculousness, where you have them. You have somebody, I think Igor's done this before, where he has somebody doing an exercise so overtly, so wild, that when you go to do it later, you're like, this is pretty easy.
Exactly, yeah, because you push yourself far enough. One of the exercises we do with new students when they're trying to get their price set for themselves. What you do is you practice with somebody and say, let's say you ask me how much it costs to quit smoking. Ask me how much it costs.
How much does it cost to quit smoking?
$10,000.
Okay, that seems kind of pricey.
Does it? Why is that?
Well, the job I'm doing, I don't make 10 grand a month.
Oh, okay.
For example.
Okay. So if you did make it, would it be worth it?
I'm sorry, the audio just cut out. What was that?
If you did have the money, would it be worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but what we have our students do is we have them practice this, because when the first time you tell somebody $10,000, it feels really weird, right?
Because we're conditioned that we shouldn't be making that much money.
Yeah, exactly. For a 2-hour session, why the hell? There's no way there's enough value in that. But ultimately, there is enough value in that. We just have it comes from our belief systems. So, what I'll be doing with the mind-bending language is stretching people so much that by the time they get out and they're doing this in their practices, and hopefully not too much in their everyday life, because you can lose a lot of friends if you're playing around with this too much.
Yeah, you don't want to be what would what's a meta monster version of this be?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
We all know the meta monster.
Yeah, you don't want to do it, because it's something that really should be used for the right purposes. And but yeah, I have to stretch people so much that they don't really understand fully what's going on. So when I bring them back down to earth, they're like, "Oh, okay, that really makes sense."
Now it makes sense.
Yeah, but it's going to be a process. The 3 days will be a process for people, and I love watching people go through it. So.
And what's the website again? Is it getmindbent.com?
Getmindbent.com. Yeah.
Okay, so if you look somewhere on.
Yeah, that's for the workshop we're doing post-conference at Hypnothoughts.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. And then, let's see, we're about to run up. I know you got to run, probably have a client, or you're going to have to go shovel a car out of snow. What, I'm so glad I don't live by snow anymore. What, I know you have tomorrow free. Would you be wanting to possibly do a demo to further entice people to check out the class?
Sure, we can do a demo tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. We need to figure it, because the one thing I like about this podcast, I'm like, I got to talk to hypnotists. I'm like, sweet, demo stuff on me.
Well, think about something you'd like to work through tomorrow. And,
okay.
And we'll do that.
You know, I like the frame of work through something.
It's because who wants to? I mean, the thing is, if you're working on something, it's a continual process. And just like I said a little while ago, when somebody comes in to work through a problem, their problem is not going to be the same thing next week. So this is, at the very least, this is the segment of the problem we're working through today. I want completion by the time they walk out the door.
Okay, I will definitely think of something. I know you got to get going pretty soon.
Yeah.
And man, good thing I can finally see it. I'm going to send you a picture of this light over here. Oh my Lord! Hopefully, I still have some retina by the time I make it to Vegas.
Feel like an ant under a magnifying glass.
Exactly. I had to put a little filter sheet on there so I wouldn't burn my eyeballs up.
Right.
Well, here we will continue tomorrow, and hopefully, I'm going to get my tooth done today. I'm probably going to do a little of Igor's Beyond Self Hypnosis, just take myself to La La Land so I don't have to. And I think I'm hoping today isn't pediatric day. The last time I got my tooth done, I went on pediatric day. Oh my God, that's cultural hypnosis, because they didn't even work on the kids. They would just say hi to them and they would scream.
You should walk around with cards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, with that being said, I know you have to get going. Everybody go to getmindbetting.com.
Yeah, was that?
It's at getmindbent.com, right?
Getmindbent.com and also masterhypnosistraining.com.
Everybody get to the websites and get to Vegas.
Oh yeah, you got to come to Vegas. My God, it'll blow your mind, and then I'm gonna really screw it up.
How much is the is a post class, right? Or is it post or pre?
It is post conference, and currently it is $497. That is just for this month. It will be going up at the end of the month. So if you want to sign up, do it before March, because after that, the price is going up.
And I might think of something that we can do as a further bonus, maybe like a demo video. If we when we do the demo video tomorrow, you can, if you want, you can use it for a funnel or whatever.
Right on.
Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Everybody get to the websites, switch on my pretty mug. Go to the websites. I will see everybody in Vegas, and I will see Steve. I will see you soon.
Looking forward to it.
Aloha. You have a nice day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.